Hello and welcome to this video today, guys. Today I'm going ahead and showcasing a add-on that just came out a couple of weeks ago, but I believe it's just been recently updated. And it caught my attention because this one is one of those add-ons that you would actually like to use in your vanilla Minecraft experience. All it does essentially is make certain items stack up to 64, which is brilliant. So without further ado, I just want to say thank you very much to KanadaEh. Is that how you pronounce your name? I hope I'm not butchering that up. But thank you very much for making this. True, you are a legend. I mean, to me, this add-on is very, very good, like I say, because it enhances the vanilla experience a bit more. You haven't got any limitations, especially with campfires. I mean, how many people out there try to make a bridge and you have to get loads of shulker boxes and fill them up. It's an absolute nightmare. But anyway, I wanted to just get out of the way. You can download this from mcpedl.com. I'll have a link for that in the description of the video. And without further ado, let's hit play here. And I've done a bit of a showcase here and a bit of testing just to show you some things that I figured out. So, hello, welcome. Yes, we are on the famous DRP seed, Pluto here. If you don't know what that seed is, I'll have an iCard pop up for that so you can see that. Personally, I think it's one of the best ever seeds for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Not only because I found it, alright? It just is, trust me. Anyway, so these are all the items that have kind of been affected, okay? I'm not going to talk through every single one. I'm just going to kind of show you them like this. It's a bit quicker. What I've actually done is set up loads of barrels with all these items inside, so you can definitely see the actual difference it's going to be. Because we all know that these three items only stack to 16. Also, the sign as well. But these are, like I say, all of the things that have been changed. And then the actual ender chest at the very end there, I have just selected a few items that have not been changed. Now, there's probably a reason for it. I don't really know, and I don't really like digging through how people do these things on add-ons. I just like to be more surprised with it. So anyway, ender pearls. Normally there's 16. We got 64. I'm going to take a stack of that. And eggs, again, would normally be 16. We got a stack of 64, look. And snowballs are stacks of 64, believe it or not. And they're normally 16 as well. Now, believe it or not, like, I just said believe it or not about a million times there, but actually staring at this now for quite a while and playing around here, this kind of looks normal to me now. Anyway, let's get into survival and just show you these do work. Look, there is a bit of weird glitchiness with the shadow. I don't know if that's something to do with this update, but yes, you can still craft with these. There's no issues there. Look, eggs, they still obviously produce the baby chickens sometimes. Come on, there we go. And ender pearls, of course, they work. I'll just throw it in the water over there. Nice. And now we need to kind of get back. Where am I? There we go. I'll just throw another one so you can see. Perfect. And now we can just chuck these back in here. And as you can see, they are just stacking like they would be any other kind of block, which is nuts. Signs, all stack in 64. Again, I am still in survival. I can still type with this, you know. I can even write subscribe here, because apparently that's what everyone does. But yes, signs are a really big one that they stack, which is nice. So next, enchanted books. Now, I've actually got a button here that's going to give me like 63 levels. There we go. And if I go in here, I got an anvil as well. And I got a book. Wow. All of these are mending, look, which is nuts. Imagine this in real Minecraft. Well, it is real Minecraft, but you kind of get my gist here. Luck of the Sea and Fortune, okay? Let's just grab the Fortune and Mending here. I just want to do a bit of testing. I don't honestly know if this is going to work or not, but let's just grab ourselves a pickaxe of some kind. Let's just grab an iron one. That's fine. And we can just hit survival again. There we go. Right, let's try enchanting this with 64 books. Ah. Okay. So you can stack them. But they do get removed, as you just saw. Like so. So let's just take 32. Yeah, okay. So you can stack them, but when you go to use them, make sure you only put one in there. Otherwise, you're going to end up losing all your books. I just wanted to test that, so that's pretty good. I tested that, actually, just to make sure. Okay, we can put all this kind of stuff back. There we go. And now, let's get on to the banners. So banners, yes, we all know, I think they originally stack up to 16. Yes, finally, you can stack all these stupid illager banners up to 64. And then burn them in a furnace, because they're so annoying, and use them as fuel. This is a personal favourite of mine. I like this one quite a lot. I'm going to give myself some hunger, look. And look at this. All of these can stack up. So I wanted to just show you that. If I'm hungry and I eat these, they do function exactly the same, look. I do get my bowl back as well, which is quite nice. And there we go. I think that one is very much needed in the game in general. I don't understand why that one isn't actually in it. I don't understand, because you can stack bowls into 64. I think most of these things that don't stack are just because they're too OP, maybe. I don't really know. Sorry, bowls, you have to go over there. Anyway, potions. Look at this. You could stack these up. Wouldn't this be so cool? But especially the splash potions. Yes, you could just launch these without issues here. Right, come on, chicken, you're going invisible. There you go. Bye-bye. But yes, you can obviously stack all these, and yes, it would be super, super OP in vanilla Minecraft. I understand why they don't normally do this, but I wanted to show you them anyway, and yes, they work exactly how they should. Honey works like a treat as well. You can just drink honey anyway without being hungry. And obviously, you get back your bottles in exchange, which is quite nice. So I believe that one only stacks in 16s because I was using it before. And water bottles, I couldn't remember if they were stacked to 64. I think I'm getting a bit confused here. I'm not 100% sure if you could stack them like that. I don't think you could, because I seem to remember when you fished water bottle out, it would be quite frustrating. But I remember the bottles used to stack. DLPs get a bit confused here. Anyway, next we got the horse armors. This is just a nice feature to stack them anyway. They don't actually essentially, you know, have durability or anything, but you know, to stack them like that is just more handy rather than wasting them space, you know what I mean? Armor's a bit of a funny one here. Now, I don't really know how this works, so you know, I can hold shift here and then, you know, click it and it will auto go in my slot, which is quite nice. But if I lose durability, does that not stack? I don't really know how that works. Another thing I want to try, actually. Let's just grab some books here. Too expensive. Wow. I can't believe that. If I try enchanting 63 pieces of netherite chest plates, it's too expensive. How expensive does it have to be? Testing purposes here. Too expensive. Ah, there we go. That's what we need. Levels like that. Right, let's try this. Too expensive. I don't think you can enchant 64 things at once, basically, is what I'm trying to point out here. I'll go up to the 5,000, I think. There we go. Yeah. I don't think that's possible. Even if you've got, I think even if you got one and then you put two, yeah. It's always going to say too expensive. Okay, so that kind of eliminates that option. So when you go to enchant your armors, then you have to do them one by one. And I guess if they've got different durability values, they're not going to stack, because obviously that's how the game kind of reads things like that. Okay, that kind of all makes a bit of sense to me, I guess. We got a lot of junk in our hotbar here. Goodbye. Okay, the biggie, the campfires. Now, I don't know why this has changed the way this campfire looks on the game, but it's actually cooler, I think, because it's actually animated. And yes, finally, you can stack saddles. But yes, these work as intended. You know, you can obviously cook stuff on them, and they obviously do hurt you still, which is quite fun. And saddles, yes, you could just stack up to 64, which is a nice little feature there. So what I'm going to do is just go in this one, and I'm going to splash potion these to stop them making the silly sounds. Goodbye. There we go. So now you can actually go ahead and make bridges a lot more easier by just chucking all these in, and obviously, you know, into a shulker box, and then obviously you can just make a bridge pretty quickly. Now, shulker boxes are very, very cool, because yes, you could stack these in 64s, look, which is nice, but you can actually stack them when they've got items in them as well, which is really, really cool. So I got 3 shulker boxes here, And they've all got exactly the same things in them. Diamonds. But look, watch if I do this. That one's got 27, just straight in the middle, yeah? You'll see 2 of them will stack, and the other one doesn't. So, if you want these to actually stack if you're using this add-on, you have to arrange the items exactly the same. So they're identical for them to stack, which is quite a nice thing. So I quite like that, and I just wanted to show you that because obviously it's important to know these kind of things. We're kind of running out of space here. Minecarts are a very, very nice feature that they can stack now, and that goes for hopper ones and chest ones as well, and also TNT minecarts. I'm just kind of giving you a bit of an example here. But again, if you ever use minecarts for your, you know, your redstone contraptions or whatever, this is a great add-on for it, if you know what I mean. And another one is a boats. I mean, to get boats to stack is beautiful. So yes, you can just run around with a load of boats on you all at one time. How awesome is this? Oh my god, what am I doing? No. Okay. So lastly, we have got just music discs. They are the last thing that can stack on this add-on. And yes, it's a nice feature, but personally, I don't really use the music disc apart from this beautiful one right here. The old pig step one, because that one's the best to me. All the others are a bit creepy and weird. But, you know, if you're someone who likes collecting these things, yes, they can stack now, which is quite nice. It also will just save you, again, space. So basically, this whole add-on is all about saving space, if you think about it. That is why I like it so much. But anyway, in this ender chest here, I've actually got all of these different items here. These do not stack up into 64s. Now, I reckon that is probably possible. I'm not 100% sure though. Or it would be lovely if they could do water buckets, lava buckets, milk, and buckets in general. Because I don't feel like these should have an issue stacking. I don't really know if it is possible. And totem undyings, I don't know. That would be so cool if you could have a stack of 64 in your offhand and you'll be like immune forever, right? I don't know again if that's possible, but I understand probably why some of the tools won't be, because they've got durability, right? And the shield. But guys, that is pretty much it. That is Stacking Plus by KanadaEh. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But anyway, I hope that you like this showcase, and I shall catch you next time.